What's up, Whittier?
Welcome to What's Up, Whittier, a homegrown podcast.
A podcast to showcase Whittier's businesses, personalities, and hidden treasures.
Hey guys, producer Christine here with this week's community corkboard announcements. Every Friday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. we have the Uptown Whittier Farmers Market located on the corner of Philadelphia and Bright. So just in case you are not subscribed to the Whittier Uptown Association newsletter, you should definitely get on that because I'm going to read the events from that email. So you can go to whittieruptown.org and subscribe today. Save the date. April 6th, the Whittier Uptown Association is having their annual Art and Antique Spring Fair from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. I believe it's going to be down Philadelphia. It's always a great thing to come out, and you can always meet all these wonderful people who really put time into all of these crafted artisanal pieces. So it's definitely fun. You guys should go. And if you are interested in being a vendor, the deadline is March 8th. So again, visit whittieruptown.org for more information on that. This Thursday, January 31st, the Whittier Chamber presents Sweet Success Business Expo 2019 at the Whittier Community Center, 7630 Washington Avenue. Come on down to meet some wonderful business owners and get to know your community better. There will be free food, there will be tons of free marketing swag. It'll be great. Just trust me, come on out and we'll see you there. On Saturday, February 2nd, enjoy coffee with the Congresswoman. Congresswoman Linda Sanchez will be at La Monarca Bakery, 6001 Rosemead Boulevard, Pico, Rivera, 90660. Again, on Saturday, February 2nd from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. So just make sure when you go, tell her you loved her podcast episode and you can't wait for her to do the next one. Friday, February 8th at 5:30 p.m., join Soroptimist International Whittier Dreamliner for their Aloha Cruise fundraiser. Soroptimist International Whittier is a great organization here. You'll learn a little bit more. Just make sure to go to their website, siwhittier.org, to purchase your ticket today. On Saturday, February 9th, from 12:30 to 4 p.m., join Bridge of Faith, a wonderful nonprofit here in the city of Whittier, for Quarter Mania. What is Quarter Mania? It's a cross between an auction, a raffle, and bingo, with each bid between 1 to 4 quarters only. You could win prizes for as little as 1 quarter. And I'm just telling you, not only is Bridge of Faith a great organization that helps, young foster youth that just come out of the system kind of get their bearings in adjusting to adult life, but it's also a lot of fun. I did the last one that was at Sage, and I won 2 manicures. Little stickers are super adorable, and honestly it cost me 50 cents. You can go online to Eventbrite. We'll put the ticket link in the bio. You can go to Eventbrite, buy your ticket online, and yeah, it'll be great. Just $10 to get in. So again, this is a great organization, Bridge of Faith. Let's all support them, and I hope to see you there Saturday, February 9th at the Roadhouse from 12:30 to 4. Wednesday, February 13th, join the Art Stroll Uptown for their Valentine pop-up art and boutique. So it's hosted inside of Sage. Head on down to Sage and you'll be able to enjoy seeing beautiful art. You know, not only do people create art, right, but they also create jewelry and a lot of fun little trinkets to have and just to appreciate. So grab your sweetheart, get on out, go get some dinner on February 13th because you know all the couples are going to be out on the 14th. And also, if you don't have a significant other, get your gal pal. That's Galentine's Day. So head on to the Valentine pop-up in Uptown Whittier on February 13th. Homeowners, did you know that as of January 2017, you can now add a second unit on your property? You can rent the smaller second unit while you live in your primary home. When you outgrow your primary home, rent out the home and move into the smaller second unit. J2 Architects will be holding 2 upcoming workshops on second units. Call or text 562-522-0056 if you'd like more information. The 2 workshops on second units will be on February 16th and March 2nd in Uptown Whittier. Again, just call or text 562-522-0056 to RSVP your spot today, and you'll also receive other information, just about what's upcoming and also the address for where the workshop will be held. All right, everybody, that's all I have for you this week in the community corkboard announcements. If you'd like to send us any more information, email us at communitycorkboard@whatsupwhittier.com, or you can just email me, producer Christine. I see it anyway, Christine@whatsupwhittier.com. You can follow me and all of my social media stuff. I have a Facebook page you could like, Christine Singer Luna. You can follow me on Instagram at The Singing Moon, or you can just check out my website if you need a notary, ChristineSingerLuna.com. And again, if you need a notary, just let me know. I am here for your notarial needs. And we also have 2 other professionals who are part of the What's Up Whittier team. In his free time, Jessie is an architect. So follow Jessie from J2 Architects. Like I mentioned earlier, be sure you visit his workshops. Check out all of his social media. Go to j2architects.com. You can go to Facebook and Instagram at J2 Architects. And don't forget to follow Remo the Realtor. Remo is a local realtor, and you can follow him at Remo the Realtor everything. Go to remotherealtor.com. Get his weekly email. That's always really fun. And join his Facebook group. Remo is a marketing maven, so, you can find him all over the internet if you Google his name. And also, don't forget to subscribe to What's Up Whittier, the podcast. If you have friends that live in Whittier or they don't live in Whittier, but you want them to know how great this town is, tell them to listen to the podcast and to subscribe. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button right now. I know that's what you just did. And thank you so much for downloading this podcast episode and for listening to us. So I think that's all I have for you this week. Alrighty, take it away, Jessie and Remo.
What's up, Whittier?
Dun da da da.
Remo.
Talk to me, Jessie.
Man, today was a productive day, man.
What time did you wake up?
Oh, I'm talking about when we met up at the house to look at the house where they're looking to add additional square footage.
It's a basement that's built out, and it's 2,200 square foot basement.
Oh, shoot.
So it's not your typical, anyone that's blind, you can see the potential in that attic or basement. So
I don't know. I mean, because when you got the call, it was more like, let's sell a house.
Yeah.
Not realizing that there was a basement there that had full potential to be added to the house.
And I brought the ringer in, and
so that was cool, man.
Yeah.
I mean, anyways, it was good because, again, it was productive. It was very efficient, in and out. It gave them some useful information.
Yeah.
And now hopefully we get to list a house that sells for double the price.
That's right. Yeah, so thanks again, Jessie, for coming on by. I know you have a workshop coming up that exactly addresses situations like this.
Yeah, man, if they're interested, if you have anybody else who's interested in learning how to add square footage to their home and legally rent it out as a second unit, I got a workshop coming up. Actually, 2 workshops coming up. They'll both be on Saturdays here in Uptown from 9 to 10:30. So if anybody's interested, contact Christine or contact myself, and we'll get you on the
Contact anyone.
RSVP list.
The bat signal, throw it in the
That's
air.
right,
The
that's
J2
right.
signal.
That's right.
architect.
Page me. Fax me.
Yeah.
Right?
We were talking about that earlier. All right,
Anyways,
Jessie,
with that said-
who do we have, Jessie?
Oh, man.
I
It's,
beat you to it.
We it's good. It's good because both these ladies I know from, it feels like forever. And forever for me is probably a couple years ago. And so, and interesting enough is that I met both of them in 2 separate, I guess, events or scenarios. But now they've come together to be together with this group, which is awesome, called Soroptimist. And I'll introduce them. We have Mary Venegas and Liz Apodaca. Liz, you might know because we've probably talked about her the last episode. But have you heard the name Liz? That's who we're referring to. Welcome, ladies.
Hello.
Thank
Hi.
you. Thank
Happy
you
to be
for
with
having
you
us.
So getting into before we get into what is Soroptimist, I guess, can you guys introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm Liz Apodaca, and I'm the current president of Soroptimist International of Whittier. And I just love Uptown. I've been here in Whittier. I grew up here, but I am a local attorney. I work with clients who need estate plans, and I also handle probates in the local courts.
Very cool.
Okay.
Right. And my name is Mary Venegas, and I'm a past president. I was president of Soroptimist of Whittier in 2015, 2016. I'm a member 12 years. My husband and I own a business in Santa Fe Springs, All-Star Cable Products. We're a distributor of electrical wiring cable. We've been in business about 14 years now. So, yeah, pretty cool.
And what I like about, so the reason why, Remo, I know you, when I was introducing him, you're like, what the hell is this guy saying? Yeah. Liz.
I'm still thinking that. Just
I know. So Liz, I met Liz at part of a networking group. BNI, and not realizing that she was also part of the Whittier Uptown Association at that moment, at that time. And so when I attended it, I'm like, oh, cool, you know, I at least had a face that I could relate to, or a person I could relate to it. So that was kind of cool. That's how I met Liz. And then Mary was part of my Toastmasters.
Mm-hmm, correct.
And were you president at that time, or
no? I was just been a member. I think 6 to 8 months, and I only
Okay.
lasted there a year. And I just did it to prepare me for being president of Soroptimist.
There you go.
Yeah.
No, and that was cool because, like, again, we're both there for the same reason, right? And then, again, we come back full circle and, like,
Sure.
And Mary did an awesome job as president of
Thank you.
Soroptimist.
Thank you. It's a great organization, and so we're women helping and loving and supporting other women. So it feels really good.
Well, with that said, I mean,
So what is Soroptimist? Is that?
you missed
I
it.
butchered it. I practiced too before.
Soroptimist.
He wrote it down too.
Soroptimist.
Soroptimist. So the word is Latin, and it means the best for women. And the first club was formed in Oakland, California in 1921, and now we have clubs around the world. Soroptimist of Whittier was chartered in 1947, so we've been serving Whittier for 72 years. Wow. We're a club of over 50 members. Mm-hmm. We meet every Tuesday at the Doubletree in Uptown Whittier, and you're welcome to join us. We have speakers. We have 2 scholarships.
Yes, and the one thing that Soroptimist is starting to focus on, they're changing a little bit, and we focus on dreams for girls. So we have 2 programs that are international. One is Live Your Dream, and that's scholarship for girls in high school and in college. And then we also have a Dream It, Be It program in which we go out to the schools, and we work with girls who are coming of age. We mentor them. We help them discover, that they can accomplish anything. We help them handle criticism. They think about their careers. They develop bonds with the girls that they're with. So it's really rewarding.
Correct.
Now, with you being past president, Mary, and Liz, current president, did you have a history with the organization? Like, were you part of it when you were younger and said, I want to give back, or this is a great or how did you just get involved or connected with it?
Well, I made a sales call to a woman to sell her wire, and she had been in the club a lot of years, and she said, why don't you come check out this meeting? And I just wanted to sell her wire, so I really didn't care.
So she sold you.
That's right. So she brought me in, and then I thought, these are cool women. They're smart. They're educated. They're entrepreneurs. They're lawyers, doctors, chiropractors, and it's just positive energy. I mean, we really are. We close a meeting with a saying, and part of it is sincerity of friendship. And that's the truth, because a lot of times I find that we're our biggest enemy, but with this club, we're strong. And we're strong because we work together, support each other. So it's really cool. So I was a member 10 years, and then I was asked to be president. And I said, are you crazy? I'm not qualified. And a woman told me, Mary, sometimes we see in people what they don't see in themselves. And I thought, shoot, if she thinks I can do it, there was like 3 women that took me out to lunch. I said, if these women can think I can do it, then I bet I can do it. And so I did it, and I rocked it, and it's great. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah.
And for me, I like I mentioned before, I grew up in Whittier, but I left for a long time, right after high school pretty much. I went away to college, and I didn't come back until 2010. And the following year, someone that I had met through networking, she took me to a meeting, and I immediately knew that it was a really good fit because while I was away, I lived in Hawaii for 15 years, and I was in organizations there. I wasn't familiar with Soroptimists. We do have a club in Hawaii. We have a couple of them. But I was in other women's organizations that focus more on business. And that was important for my career at the time because I was just starting out as a lawyer. But coming back and being introduced to Soroptimists, it just makes so much more sense to affect the world. We're really working with girls everywhere and empowering women to do their best, to
And we do tell women, don't join for your business. Join to serve one another. But you'll find that we end up doing business with each other because we like each other, you know. And so I bank with a member. I do aerobics with a member. My chiropractor is a member. And so you just, by default, she's done my will and trust. And so you work with each other. Why not, right? Work with your friends.
Yes. If I had a need for wire, I'd buy it from Mary.
That's right. That's right. And I'd probably give it to you, Liz.
Yeah.
But so it's really good. So we say we join for the service, we stay for the friendship. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is there a reason why it's focused on women? Like, is there? When it was first founded, what was the need for being for women only?
It was founded in Oakland, and back in 1921, things were really changing for women. Mm-hmm. And there was a club called the Optimist Club, and that still exists, I believe. Yeah. But the women weren't allowed to join, so we started. They started their own organization called Soroptimist. Yeah, and
That's
we're
funny.
going on almost 100 years, so it's amazing.
Yeah,
wow.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you say you guys worked with girls. Tell us a little bit about how you guys do that work with girls locally.
So one of our signature programs she talked about is called Dream It, Be It, and it's an 8-session mentoring curriculum that we work with high school girls between 14 and 17. And so it's 8 different classes. And so some of the topics are exploring career opportunities, setting and achieving goals, overcoming obstacles, moving forward after setbacks, dealing with stress, and creating a personal plan. So we're just trying to help give young women the tools that they need because unfortunately, personally, this is not a Soroptimist thing, a Mary thing, where it seems like a lot of our kids are growing up in single mother households. And so there's a lot of men being raised by women, and we don't have the mother and the father in the home. So we have a lot of these kids that we're finding that are not getting some of these things you traditionally get from your parents, and they're not. And so we really want to educate our young women if they have issues at home, poverty, whatever it is that their parents have created for them. We want to show them that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I tell every girl I mentor, you can't choose your childhood, but you can choose your adulthood. Make better choices. Don't make the same mistakes your parent did. I grew up in a single mother, and it sucked being poor. Oh, I can't say that word, sorry. But I knew for me, I wasn't going to do the same. And so what we want to tell girls is you're in charge. You're in charge. You're in charge. Nobody else is in charge of your life. You are. Doesn't matter where you came from. It's where you're going to go. But those are choices that you make, that you self-inflict on yourself. We live in the greatest country where you can come, where people are dying to come here for the opportunities that we have in the United States of America. Live them. And so we just want to make sure that they know this, that they appreciate what they have and make good choices. And you can do anything. You can do anything in this world, in being in America, you know. You've already won the lottery ticket.
Right.
You know.
Just being alive, right? But I think it's very powerful that you say that because, again, with social media and the news and TV and all that stuff, you have these role models that are, people call role models, which, it's all glamour and this and that.
It's fake, yeah.
But when you bring it to like a more local level, like where you have professional women in a room that can sit down with these girls, and these girls start looking at you and say, man, I see something like in her that's like me, Yeah. Whether you share the same skin color, the same, colored hair, same height, whatever it is, right? But you kind of assimilate, relate. And they could see like, man, if she became that, like, why can't I do it, right?
And I found if you meet our members, I've talked to a lot of them, and they all have the same story. Whether they're white, whether they're Mexican, a lot of them have the same stories. I grew up in a very Mexican household where they didn't like white people. I mean, I grew up not thinking that they were the enemy, and then I come to learn they're not the enemy. And a lot of them that have succeeded, they grew up poor.
And they've overcome.
They had different obstacles, but they did. And so we got to get over the race. We got to get over the negative, them against us. We're all people. We have the same desires.
Yeah, and being in our group, we've individually become empowered to share our stories with each other. And a lot of us, even before Me Too, we all have stories. Yeah. So we, by sharing them, we empower other people and the girls that we work with to share their own stories.
We're therapy for each other, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's totally awesome.
And what's the age group that you guys are like working with?
So for the Dream It Be It program that Mary was describing, we go into the high schools. So the 8-week program, we go into the continuation school here in Whittier, and we work with girls there. But we also received a very large, generous donation this year from the Credit Union of Southern California.
Right.
And that's going to allow us to work with girls throughout all the high schools, because we're using that money to collaborate with Whittier College. And they have people that already have relationships with the schools. So they can organize it, get kids to Whittier College, and we're going to do a one-day conference in April that we're going to have kids from all Whittier attend.
Yeah, they gave us $25,000 to put that on, and that was really nice of them to do that for us. Yeah.
How big is the event, and when in April is it?
Well, we're hoping it's just the first one, and we're not going to spend all that $25,000 in one day. But we
how many girls?
We're budgeting for 60 girls, and we're going to feed them, and then we have the faculty, the speakers, and they'll have a little gift at the end of the day. So hopefully that's just the first of many.
And then we can do it every year, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just going to be a pilot program and see how it works out. Yeah.
Would it be at the Doubletree or?
No, it'll be at the Whittier College.
We're going to bust the high school girls there.
Yes.
Yeah, really great.
No, that's awesome. I mean, it's great you guys are doing that. What else do you guys have going on as part of Soroptimist?
Well, Mary mentioned that we're empowering girls to make a choice, to make the right choices. And that's what we do with our scholarship programs. I mean, that's what I love about our scholarships. We give money to girls who've overcome really incredible obstacles. And Mary's the chair of one of our scholarship programs this year. And so I'm sure you've seen some of those amazing stories. Yeah, and then we have, we give scholarships to girls, to answer your question, high school kids going into college, and college women attending college, and also, going back to school after maybe having a family.
Head of household.
Yes. And then also we have our Ruth White Memorial Scholarship, which is coming up, where our applications are going to be available very soon. And those are geared towards graduate students. So women in their final years of college or going on to graduate school. So all the way from high school through graduate.
Yeah, so you guys service a pretty big range. I mean, it's essentially except for toddlers and babies, right?
That's right. Yeah, it starts at 14.
Here, you get a candy.
Yeah, and you know what? There's significant checks that we give out. It's not just, it's not just $50 here, go buy half a book for college. It's really
How do you guys pick? I'm reading stories. I'm sure that must be the hardest thing to...
So we have this Live Your Dreams, which I'm the chair of this year, and they fill out an application. They ask what their expenses are, what their incomes are, what they'd be using the money for, and then they write an essay about themselves. We don't judge it as members. We solicit community members to read all the applications and then judge them on a 1 to 10 scale. And then, in fact, I'm going through that process right now because we'll have our awards in April. So it is hard. But again, what I see in most of these, they're all kind of the same story over and over and over, raised by a single mom, and then they can't. You do what you see. You do what you see. And then they continue the cycle. So we're really trying to break that cycle, because it is heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking.
I'm part of a scholarship committee for an organization, and it's the toughest thing. You read these stories, and you want to give everyone a scholarship.
Yeah.
Because
totally.
it's to be able to say, okay, here are the 3 most needy, or 5, or however you guys give it out.
Yeah, and
that must be a tough job.
And that's why we've had this Live Your Dreams since 1972. It's one of the first signature programs that we had, but that's how Dream It Be It came out after this, because we found out what's the need. Because we give money to these women, and sure, it helps them for a semester, maybe 2 semesters, helps them maybe get a car to go back and forth to school, but it doesn't end there. They've had 18, 17 years of just bad choices, and seeing bad choices. I mean, you do what you see, and So so then we've come up. That's why we came up with this. Maybe if we get them earlier, maybe if we get them at 14 and we show them, look, it doesn't matter how your family is right now. It can be better for you. Yeah. You know, these movie stars, they started poor, right? A lot of people, you know, the Walmart guy, the Starbucks guy. If you hear these stories, these people weren't born rich. They say 80% of millionaires are first generation. So this we have in our head, oh, they're just rich and they're millionaires. They just found it by accident. No way. They work their butt off. Yeah. And now. So si se puede. You can do it too, right? Yeah, you can do it.
And one more thing, too, on the scholarships. Because we're an international organization, our scholarship winners have an opportunity to go up to the next level. So they're applying at the district level, and then those winners apply at the regional level.
And they can get $10,000 and a free laptop.
And last year we had, I think, 4 winners that went all the way to our national convention in Japan. Yeah. And so that was sponsored. We have collaboration with Torrid, the Torrid Foundation. And so there's some big money coming in that helps these women be recognized.
Any women from Soroptimist that have become Nobel Peace Prize winners yet?
Not that I know of.
We're working on it.
Two in the making.
But speaking of, we have from our international level, we have women that attend the United Nations, the Commission for the Status on Women. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but we actually have a seat at the table at the United Nations.
Yeah, it's pretty major.
So we're making a difference.
No, I bet. I was sorry. It was a joke of what I was. No, somewhat of a joke. But what I was really wanting to ask is, like, how many of those women or girls that you guys have seen go through these programs have come back to Soroptimist as an adult and now are
we had a member,
impacting.
Lorraine, right?
Yes,
Lorraine, one of our members, she's going to be president next year. She was given a scholarship years ago.
Right, when she was at Rio Hondo.
Yeah,
Nice.
And now she's a member. Yeah.
That is so cool. I mean, again, I don't know her story, but I'm pretty sure that, you know, somebody like that is in that position, being impacted at a certain age, and to still, like I said, come back and give back. I don't know how. I mean, that's a very powerful message if you're speaking it to a young girl.
Sure.
Maybe we should start doing something.
For boys. Boys need things like
I'll tell you
this.
my personal story. When I was 17 years
You
old.
were Soroptimist too?
No, not in Sorop. I actually got a scholarship from the Whittier Chamber of Commerce.
No way.
For
Great.
$500 or $1,000. It was the biggest thing.
Totally.
And that's why I'm still in Whittier
Yeah.
for that reason. Not all necessarily, but it was definitely part
How
of
many
it.
Happy Meals did that get you?
Yeah.
I have no idea, but it took me to get some books and first year tuition at Cerritos College.
And it's more the money. It's like you were chosen and that you can do it. Somebody saw in you something.
When I got the call, I remember the day. I was in Body Shop. As a 17-year-old, I used to have a old Oldsmobile Cutlass, not Cutlass, Callus. And I was like doing something to it, and the shop instructor called and said, "Someone's at the principal office, want to talk to you." I was like,
Oh man, what do I do now?
I was a pretty good kid. And they're like, "You got the scholarship." I was like, "Yay!" What? Like, how, me? And so it was an awesome experience.
Interesting.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes.
Interesting.
I still have the $500. No.
Yay! And now it's $10,000, right? You invested it
Now it's a
correctly.
couple
Somebody
million.
told me. And so we can't do all of this without money. And so every year we have our annual fundraiser, and that's coming up. It's next Friday, February 8th. Go ahead,
February
Liz.
8th. And our theme is a cruise ship. We're going on a cruise for the evening. So let's see. This year our destination is Hawaii. So we have an Aloha cruise. It'll be a lot of fun. Our entertainment will be we have an ukulele band. We have some hula dancers. There will probably be some audience participation with the hula, so it's going to be
Jessie's
a
a
lot of fun.
hula professional. Did
Yeah,
you
it'll
know
be like
that?
going to a
Side
luau.
job.
I thought you were gonna tell me to start dancing and start doing the flame throwing. No,
A lighter, maybe. Just
Oh man.
Well, come and find out. So yes, tickets are available, sponsorships are available.
And where is it at?
It's going to be at the Doubletree Hotel.
Okay. So it's not on a cruise.
No.
But you'll feel like you're on a cruise
Yes.
with all our decorations. We have a member who's a teacher, an art teacher at Montebello High School, and she is amazing. So you'll feel like you're on a cruise.
Right.
Right? Yeah, she does a really great job.
No Dramamine necessary.
That's right.
Oh, man, I'm in.
You can buy our tickets on our website, siwhittier.org. They're $80. It includes dinner. There'll be a no-host bar. We have a magician from Magic Castle performing, and then we have Betsy Boyd, who's a wonderful singer. She is great. Yeah, I'd pay $180 just to see her. She's so good.
So we'll put all this information on our show notes. So if people want to, if they're driving and they want to get more information, they could go to the site. But I'm looking at your flyer here for the invitation. I mean, you guys. I know you guys talked about all these kind of things you guys do for the community, but I think there's more stuff you guys haven't mentioned. I mean, you guys are talking. I see here the Soroptimist Village.
Oh yeah.
The SART Center. Mm-hmm. I mean, can you guys go into how this event by gathering all these funds, they're actually supporting all these events?
Well, SART is very important. We funded a room at PIH Hospital that's a private room for victims of sexual assault. And so they can go into this room and be examined in privacy. We give them a full set of clothes to wear out so they don't have to feel like they're in anything that's been, dirty or damaged. They can make their police report in there. They can be examined in there. And every year we provide the hospital with a full set of clothing, sweats,
socks,
socks, underwear, and it's a sweatshirt and sweatpants. And unfortunately, they've had a big need for replacement clothing. Every year we buy lots of clothes for them
and
to give out.
A few years ago we got them a new computer. They needed to upgrade a computer. We bought that a few years ago for them.
Wow.
So that's the sexual assault response something.
Team. It's a team.
It's a team. And then
it's a teamwork. And then the other one is the village.
Soroptimist Village. For senior living, it's low income. How many residents? I should know. And that's a collaboration with 9 other Soroptimist clubs.
Yes. So we own the facility, and it's now Section 8. So we don't discriminate. It started out as a place for women who had, no means.
The need.
The need. And it's senior housing.
Yeah, low.
In Norwalk. Is there any vacancies or
no.
How does it?
No, it's pretty packed, and I heard the list is pretty
I think
long.
Remo's trying to get in somehow.
Yeah.
Remo,
I remember speaking with someone, and something like this would have been perfect for them.
And so this is another thing about educating middle-aged people, because now you're 70, 75, 80, and oh, shoot, where am I living? I'm on a fixed income. So everything is planning. Save money. Don't buy the $800 new iPhone if you don't have $800 in the bank. I mean,
there's no iPhone for $800. It's like $1,200.
Oh, yeah. You can make payments. I don't even know.
I actually bought an iPhone yesterday out of all weird places.
Funny.
My point is, it's all about better choices and planning, because how heartbreaking it is for your 80, 85, and you can't afford to live somewhere. I mean, it is.
But we take care of these residents,
Yes.
and we give them like a birthday party every month.
Oh, yeah.
In collaboration with the other clubs that also own.
Yeah, we do a Thanksgiving, we do a Christmas and Valentine's Day. Oh, yeah, sure.
And that's big. I mean, I'm glad you guys are mentioning all this because, again, you think Soroptimist and what you guys just mentioned earlier about how to, those 2 programs to live your dream and dream it and be it. That's one aspect. But then you're touching housing. You're touching these difficult situations that women go through. I mean, now you're really looking at the whole life experience of an individual. Mm-hmm. And how you're able to be there with them and help them through that, whatever process that is, whether it's housing or, right? And you don't see that a lot. I mean, you only hear certain portions of people helping in a certain instance. But to be able to kind of, I don't want to say it's a one-stop shop, but essentially kind of coming in and being able to surround yourself with people who could guide you and help you, I mean, it's powerful. So, I mean, it's great you guys are doing this. I think Remo's going to buy us 4 tickets, so we are there next Friday.
What's this, $500?
4 tickets?
With his,
I've been saving that $500, but today sounds like it's a good cause.
Come on, friend. You just bought an iPhone.
Yeah, if you can't afford an
I can't
$80 ticket, we have $5 raffle tickets.
Oh, yeah. I have
And
so
I'll
much
buy
right now.
$80 worth of
yes,
$5
the raffle prize is a gift tree of gift cards worth at least $500, and we have 2 of those to raffle
I'm a
off.
sucker for raffles, so
That's
you
right.
count me in.
And again, I think it's what's awesome is that it's all volunteer work too. Mm-hmm. You guys are all volunteers. You guys are putting your time and effort towards it. And again, it's a good cause. Anything else you guys are going through with Soroptimist or kind of you guys want to talk about or mention?
I think we've covered everything.
Yeah, we have. Thanks to you guys
think-
for your good questions.
If anything, I would, for any women listening to us, I believe that we, women, are the answers to a lot of the world's problems because we are all the mothers, we are all the wives, we are all the daughters. We have so much power, and I think we need to start by being nicer to each other, for sure, being nicer, picking good men, making men accountable.
Raising good sons.
But let's make sure that we pick good men to be fathers for our kids, right? Pick a good man. I mean, my friend married a guy after 4 months. Dude, like, really? And you ended up divorced. I mean, just let's make better choices. Now people are just texting, hey, meet you there. No, before they used to have to take us out to dinner and meet somewhere. So women, let's expect more from our men. They will arise to the situation. They will. But if you give it away for free...
Preach.
Yes, and don't be with your friends mad. Be loving. Let's all be loving. Okay, sorry. That's total Mary Venegas. That's not Soroptimist. Women loving, helping, and supporting other women.
Mary wants everybody to be wonderful.
I do.
I
Why
do
not?
too.
You can be.
But it's good you say that because, again, in the times we're in right now, I'm starting to sound like my parents, huh? The times that we're in now, like with social media, like...
It's the devil.
You see things or hear things that aren't true, right?
Right.
And or you might misunderstand whatever the message is. And most of the stuff is negative stuff, right? It's nothing that's going to help you.
It leads.
Yeah.
It
Right?
does it on purpose.
Yeah.
You don't.
And
Yeah.
so it's hard. It's rare that you see positive messages, and even more for women, young women, because you're exactly right. I mean, now we're like in that transition where women are being given the positions that men usually hold like a CEO position or whatever, right? It's taking that long, but it's happening.
It's for sure happening.
But nobody talks about it in the sense of like at a young age where like kind of like what you just said, like you have the opportunity the same way the next guy next to you has that opportunity. It just means that you got to work the same amount as
That's right.
the next person.
And if you have to work more, so what?
That's right.
So what? If we have to work more as women, life is not fair. I think you just have to know that coming out of the gate. Yeah. Life is not fair. If people could stop complaining and just work your ass off. I read Megan Kelly's book, Settle for More, and she said, be so good you cannot be ignored. And I love it. Be so good you cannot be ignored. Stop worrying about the opportunity you didn't get or how you weren't born rich. Work your butt off, and I promise you, my husband and I, we've done so well, and I thank God and my work ethic. My husband's exactly like me. Yeah. So again, si se puede. Stop complaining.
Right. And you're right. Everything in life is work. And,
of course.
And I mean, just to wake up, you have to put effort to wake up, and even to go to sleep, you got to work at going to sleep. So for people to complain and say that, they don't want to work at something, it's
go to Haiti and go complain there.
Right.
Let's check out your life.
Right.
Go
Venezuela.
to Haiti.
There's so many places in the world.
Please. You wake up in this country, you better wake up skipping and whistling, man.
That's right.
Okay.
Yes. But if people want to learn more about Soroptimist, I mean, we've talked a lot about our fundraiser coming up, and then we meet every week at the Doubletree Hotel on Tuesdays at noon. Last Tuesday is an evening meeting, but we have a program every week.
And what does the meeting normally consist of for someone that
we start at 12 with just like, friendship, just meeting and talking and starting our lunch. And then our program starts about 12:20. And we generally have a guest speaker who will educate us on something going on in the community or the world. Last week we had one of our members is a commissioner for an LA County commission and on women's issues. Mm-hmm. So she gave us some information about women in LA County.
Stats and
what they're doing, what the supervisors are doing. And before that, it was information on human trafficking, because that's, you wouldn't believe where it is, but it's here, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Yes, and not too long ago we had a program on our Soroptimist International program, which is water. A lot of the women in the world, in the developing countries, have to carry their water. Their world revolves around water because they don't have it piped right into their faucet or their toilet. Yes. Yep. And so because of that, some of them are not able to attend school. They don't have bathroom facilities at their schools. So it's just amazing how far behind some countries are. And so that's the focus, I guess, of our international president is, and she's creating programs in about, I think, 6 developing countries, getting women involved in these projects to improve the water for these women. So
now you say that these the meetings are open to anybody or women. Is there an age group that that they're allowed to come in, or anybody?
Anybody
can come.
And we're very diverse in age and in race and in our business and what we do.
We say we want to get young members, and that's great. Like, love young people. The fact is, we need time and we need money. And I always, me again personally, women, work on your career. Do what you're doing. Work, because we do need your time and we need your money. So I say, go make it and then bring it here, or come to our event, because lunch is $19. It adds up, and we ask for money for this. We send money to TJ. We do this, so it can be expensive. It's a service club, so most of our members are probably 45 to 70 to 80 years old, which is great for somebody a little. I'm not that much younger, 50, but you're around these smart women. They've been married tons of years. They give you marriage advice and life advice and business advice, and so it's really great.
It's great.
Yeah.
I almost feel like going. I know. Done.
That was the mic
Drop
drop.
Yes.
I'm like, man,
We love Soroptimists.
Can I just put on a wig and just show up and just kind of?
No, because boys need you. Boys need you. Again, a lot of boys are growing up with single mothers, and nobody's teaching men how to be boys, how to be men. Respectful and pain.
Yeah.
Not expecting the first night. Just kidding. Yeah. So yes, we need men to teach boys how to be men. We're
gonna have a little. Christine, write this down. We're gonna have a little segment with Mary. Every episode is gonna have a segment with Mary on women advice.
Yeah, I'm here for you.
And with your quote, the Mary Venegas of the week.
No, it's awesome that you guys are doing that. I mean, it's again coming back from your guys' individual background. I mean, obviously there's a reason why you guys are involved, but somehow still kind of giving back is always, for me, what I love about like entrepreneurs is that there's always that one itch, that somehow you got to give back, and once you find that right place or the right group. It becomes very powerful. It's like you can't stop them, right? It's unstoppable.
Well, the entrepreneurial spirit now goes into a cause, and as you are an entrepreneur trying to grow your business, you do the same thing for service-based businesses or clubs. Right.
And in Whittier, we're really a great city. We have hundreds of nonprofits. So the fact you hear the news, all this bad stuff, there are tons of good people out there in our city, in our country. People are really good people. And I think for the most part, people are good, but it doesn't sell.
Not you, Jessie, but just other guys.
No, especially Jessie.
Everybody but me. Yeah. No, but again, it's one of those things where, like, the organization has been around for so long, but until you put it out there for people to hear or women to hear, then it becomes a valuable resource where now it's a go-to place to be able to use it. So, again, with social media, as much as it has its bad things, it's its good things. And this is where it becomes positive. Yes. So, again, thank you guys for doing what you guys are doing.
Thank you for having us.
Yes,
we'll support you however we can. Like I said, Remo's already going to buy 4 tickets, so we'll be there this Friday or next Friday.
I think I'll
4 raffle tickets, $5. Don't worry.
No, I'll go to the event.
I'll buy you the raffle tickets, and you buy me the ticket.
No, I want. I mean, there's dinner, right? And,
yes, dinner.
And I usually eat on Friday nights, so
once a week, right? Once a week. Me
I
too.
try to. So
great. That's great. Good.
If I'm available, I'll be there.
Buy the ticket, and I'll buy you dinner.
And you buy me
Drinks on me.
Drinks on me, no host bar. Okay, I heard
No
you say
host
it.
bar means
You have to buy your own
you have to.
drinks.
Okay. Fancy way of saying
He doesn't drink, so I'm gonna buy
Yeah.
his drinks.
Oh, you don't drink. Oh, good for you.
No, I don't drink while I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
Full of comedians here. I love it. Great. Thank you so much.
All right.
SIWhittier.org.
There you go. And again, we'll I mean, do you guys have Instagram and Facebook that they can
Yes, we
follow
sure
you?
do.
We have
Yeah.
Facebook
And Instagram.
and Instagram
How do
and
they
a
just
website.
search Soroptimist and then they'll find you guys
SI
there?
Whittier, yeah. SI Whittier?
SI Whittier.
Yes,
SI Whittier. Okay, shoot. Sorry.
By the way, the tickets. So I bought raffle tickets last year, and I got the 4-pack for the hockey game, the Ducks.
Oh, awesome!
And it happened to
Congratulations.
be that's my kid's favorite hockey team,
great.
and it was for his birthday. So I was like,
Nice.
oh
Love it.
man, it was just like
And you won
meant
it?
to be.
I want, yeah. Like Audrey, who's our building manager,
Yeah.
she's like, she came around. She goes, "Hey, you can buy some squares. Give me some money." I said, "All right, I don't even know what I'm buying for. Here you go."
I'm
Yes.
so
And then
happy
she
you
texted me
won.
like that night. She goes, "You won?" I'm like, "No way!" You know. Anyways,
That's
that was
great.
kind of cool.
Congratulations! This year we have Lakers tickets, and we'll be at the Whittier Chamber of
Expo.
Commerce Business Expo next Thursday.
Nice.
So we'll have our raffle tickets
Squares there.
available, squares for Laker
When is the
tickets
actual raffle at the event?
at the event on
the event.
February 8th.
So you got to be there to win.
Can
On
you
the
win?
cruise.
Can you win multiple times?
Of course.
Okay, just make it.
No,
I'm
see,
just
like
kidding.
multiple
I gotta
tickets.
put
Exactly.
it out there because then that's how I win.
See, that's how you win. You got to buy multiple tickets. Anyways, with that said, we're gonna ask you some very simple questions here.
Difficult.
Simple questions.
Yeah. They're revolving Whittier, since you both shared some Whittier stories. What are your go-to eateries or restaurants, or if you're getting an adult beverage that you frequent often?
We go to New Canton City a lot because they have great Chinese food and great Italian food. It's a little bit pricey for Chinese food, but they have a full bar. A full bar will always excite me. And then the Thai place, Greenleaf Thai, is excellent. They remodeled it. It's beautiful inside. I love Thai food. Love Thai iced tea. I'm sure tons of calories, but it's great. So those are two of my favorites. Yeah.
So I love Mexican food, and my favorite is Bazaar Capital. Yes, that potato cheese taco is my favorite thing in the whole world, and their prices are pretty good.
No, it's affordable.
Yeah, and
Taco Tuesday.
They have Taco Tuesday. They have margarita specials. So that's my favorite, and then also like the juice place, like the acai place up on Greenleaf towards just past Bailey Street.
Oh, okay.
Just past Bailey on the
I
right.
haven't been there. Okay.
I don't even know the name, but I like to go in there and buy their acai and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
What about like any something that's missing here in Whittier that you're like, man, I wish they would have this.
I think
So
they
I
need
can-
more parking, which I heard they're working on. We need more parking and maybe more trash pickup. I hate people that litter. It's so rude.
Yeah.
So maybe more trash pickup, but parking. I'd like some parking.
Yeah. I would like to see like a off Fifth or Nordstrom Rack or something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would shop there. Burlington and TJ Maxx, they're okay, but I'd prefer a little more upscale from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like a Gap. Yeah. Okay. Nordstrom's Rack. Yeah. I like
Yeah.
that. I like
Yeah.
that.
Last question. What is your fondest memory of Whittier?
Maybe something that's no longer here.
Yeah, growing up, my family would eat at Los Portales, which is now where the Nixon Whiskey Chops restaurant is. So it does not look anything like it now. But back then, we had our little booth in the back, and we'd go have Mexican dinners.
Yeah,
And,
it's good.
yeah, it was fun.
I like Q's, the disco.
Yeah.
When I used to be a party girl, we used to hit that place all the time. We can't wait for the brewery to come. Shoot.
Yeah.
So when you go back, when they open up the brewery, are you going to go back to that wall where you scribe your name and
That's
and
right.
you're going to
It
go,
was in the bathroom. That's right. Oh, boy. I'm going to pick up the leg.
oh, that's awesome. Well, with that said, anything else you guys want to announce, or you guys?
I think we
We'll just
covered
have
it.
a-
Thank you so much.
We covered it. I do love Whittier. The parade is so wonderful, and just the community. And
Love Joe Vinatieri.
I have been binge watching Glee, and I saw Uptown Whittier
No way.
on Glee. Yeah.
Were they
Yeah.
on the bikes? They were on
They were like on a piano.
the piano, and then there was bunch of bikes that were right
Yes,
behind them.
it.
Yeah.
You remember that from a couple years ago?
2013.
Something, but yeah. it
Sorry,
was-
you can't hear me. I think that was 2012 or 2013.
yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Rachel on the piano. Up and down the
I
streets.
remember, I don't know where I was at in one of the restaurants, and I remember seeing the piano because the Uptown Association, we got notified, and I don't know if they didn't close the streets, but then you see 10 people on these bikes, and they're not normal bikes. They're like 10-foot high bikes where the guy's pedaling, and like if he falls, like he's gone, you know? Like it's that high. And they're just kind of keep driving around Greenleaf in circles.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. Glee. I just love seeing Whittier like in random
Oh, yeah.
TV things.
They were filming SWAT. Yeah,
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago here.
Central Park, huh?
Yeah, when
I
it was
heard.
raining.
Yeah. Yes. The rainy day.
Oh man, fun stuff. Well, with that said, thank you again for coming on.
ladies.
And
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. Thank you.
and we'll have to do it next time when you guys have your next event coming up. We'll get
Sounds
that
good.
going.
Next year.
Good.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank
That's
you,
a wrap.
Whittier.
Bye, Whittier.